these
on my phone so it doesn't crash on my
differing squads we have to get into game. It looks like they're getting ready to load in now.
That is cool.
So
the way look at that. The way you load into the map.
It almost looked like something from like a major motion.
It looks like a trailer
from a movie. Yeah, like a movie trailer.
It looks so cool. Oh, you have the entrance as well. You come in on the dune buggies, and then you go to war.
It's a Mad Max, right?
Yeah, dude, this is so dope.
Let's get right into the mix.
This is not my skill set exactly, so I hope that you're ready for some.
I'm ready,
rough.
Drifter.
Okay.
That's fine. We've all been there.
We
listen,
like
the
it
new
rough.
Call of Duty comes out, you got to try everything. You got to try everything.
I just want to get close enough.
Yeah, we'll see how he can get rolling, but
we don't like that.
you see the tags everywhere you've got to collect if you're not familiar with the mode, but
I'm gonna sneak up behind this
mostly
guy.
we're going to kind of enjoy the variance in this map versus what we just saw. Nice little flankarooski through from Legion to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this is what the devs are talking about. You have this sort of left side of the map, it looks like where Teep's at right now. We love Tyler Teep, Pol Chow. We love that guy. He's fighting around the satellite, around these close pass, and then you can go to the other side where you have everything open.
You see Teep just trying to find, kind of talking with his stream about guns that he likes. Some that have been more powerful for him, stuff he's like to roll with. The Type 63 in hand now, and you heard him say it hits hard. Like it looks like he's like 2 or 3 shotting the players he's pushing.
Yeah, this is a semi-auto gun.
They
So I'm gonna use this gun for probably a couple more rounds, and then I'm gonna switch it up. This one's pretty good on this map, though.
So he's got the semi-auto gun, and now we both expect Teep to have some big games today.
Give me that.
As he starts to snap on board, and there is a Sim with the 74U. Again, I think the 74U just right away going to be people's favorite.
This is
just one of those. One of those like all-time favorite guns
it's
right there.
Like
Blast.
quarters and stuff. I like this one.
Yeah, I think this map will be just a blast, like fast-paced combat. As we mentioned, it's all-terrain, so no buildings, just all finessing around these dunes and blown-up planes you see towards mid-map.
And you can see sort of like the sliding, right? Because players are getting used to that. It looks like the sliding mechanic very quick as we're on board with Midnight. We love Midnight, one of the best snipers. She has been around for so long as she is locked into the stream, just trying to figure out what she wants to use, rocking the Pellington right now. But you gotta go through your sensitivities, you gotta get comfortable.
Yeah, I guess you can.
That's like the thing I do for like the first hour of a new Call of Duty. Is just going through all the settings, making sure everything's set right.
Especially nowadays, you're like, what does this do?
I can change dead zone and zoom sense. And
whoa.
There's no sniper glint. That's another thing.
Yeah, once you could. What was the first title where you could like go to like a fraction of a point? Like instead of like you're 5.5, 6.6, it's like 6.17.
Yeah.
All right. You can definitely fine tune it. It just goes back to kind of what we're talking about, like the level of customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, they used to talk about Ricky, who is Los Angeles Guerrillas coach. So yeah, but he used to be a pro player. Doesn't miss much.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to. I think, we're low-tier street gang out here.
Were other streamers asking him not to use the RC car because he's just blowing them up?
Okay.
Yes.
Typical gamer
What
might
is
be my
that?
dad.
That looks
Dr.
good.
Odin, I appreciate the 14 months. I'm going to show you guys, too, the
Yeah,
pistol.
he missed all of his
The
shots, and
secondary
typical
burst pistol
gamer
that you get
did
is
not.
absolute
His
crap.
Legion got fried, and
All right, say a prayer.
now he is his papa.
Throwing a
Yeah, you have all these content creators in pros, and they want to put up the biggest games today, right? Like, they want the most eyes on them. They're trying to say, hey, did you see what I just did today?
Yeah, so just a reminder in case you weren't aware, like you can watch the main broadcast here. We'll be hopping through a lot of the different POVs, and Joe and I'll be breaking down a lot of stuff with you from highlights from Nameless as well. But all these guys are individually pushing their POVs as well.
You can't pull your gun out while doing it. You like put your hands down. You know what I'm saying?
So that was Black Ops 4.
Well, thinking about the drop shot and the slide mechanics, I think they're, I don't want to say controversial is the right word, but the difference in them between devs and titles, like there's a lot of difference there. So you always want the first thing a pro player or top player like Priest is trying to figure out is movement mechanics, which maybe give you an edge. So a little bit different of a drop shot or slide mechanic in this particular title that he's talking through.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, they are sort of, it's muscle memory. What have you been doing the past 9 months, right? And Modern Warfare is doing that. So just trying to make some adjustments as we hop on board with Sim.
We actually enjoyed pizza and ice cream with Sim yesterday. It was wonderful.
It was great to meet Sim. He is exactly
I really want to get this
pictured.
freaking
What was that ice cream?
chopper.
Like rolled
Hopefully
up
don't spawn
ice cream
behind
or
me
something?
here.
It was
Yeah,
so
I had
good.
Reese Puffs on it. It was. a peanut butter
Chillin'.
blast.
Yes. it
Kismet
was.
just let me die. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Show us the YY. I mean, this is the YY.
excuses.
I'm YYing right now.
For the first time in Scump's life, he was the bait.
Yeah. Quite literally, the
Yeah.
first time ever.
Not that
Yep.
crazy of an animation.
But I think it's cool to, obviously we'll be chatting through stuff just high level, enjoying the
Yeah, you
different
can
players
see,
going
like,
through it.
the
But
slide
it's
cancel
cool
and
just,
stuff
I feel like we've gone
it's
through,
really, really
what,
similar
15
to,
different POVs
Like MW.
and hearing them
Like, you slide
focus
cancel
on
the head glitches.
different things because a lot of them come from different backgrounds, right? Like
You
some of
can't
these are
drop
pro
shot,
players,
though,
some
so
are
it kinda
casual
takes
players,
out,
some are
like, that-
streamers, and just hearing the different things they're focusing on as we get into the game is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, people who are
I need
trying to
ammo.
focus on trying different weapons. You got the pros who are trying to figure out the mechanics,
Yeah,
the
right.
weapons that they're going to focus on. Is we're on board with Espresso. See, he's got the Krig out right now. But yeah, you heard Scump sort of talk about the slide cancel, the slide movements, pretty similar, but the drop shot not as much.
This hurts.
Well, a little bit of a streak rolling here. As he continues to try and finesse with one of our favorite guns, the MP5. Absolute powerhouse at close range. Hits like a truck, hip fire.
I want jinx
Tried
it,
and
Chad.
true.
We're not doing too bad this game, eh?
Yeah, well, from what we've seen, you have been sort of running in circles. But he's
Figured they'd
posted
bait
up
that
and looking
tag,
for the
but-
action. Oh, there's the strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Bait
Take
the tag.
I like it. Yeah, you can just tell much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was. That was a nice shot
Yeah, very clearly,
with
I
the
think
74U.
The AK-74U is the gun to use.
I think it was Noisy Butters,
It's
dude.
the
I think it was
meta.
Noisy Butters just smoked him.
1000%.
Well, we're talking about Noisy.
It's like a
She's
mortar
talking
team,
about
artillery.
metas already in the
It's like
alpha.
a,
You see in the top
it's like a mortar
right,
team
it is
from
alpha
Alpha.
gameplay. The devs are watching this.
I'm a big
There's
fan.
going to
Wait,
be
what
some
did she say?
adjustments. She's like,
AK said for you is 100% the meta?
The meta,
All
100%.
right, okay. Well, it's set in stone.
Why do I throw C4? Like, why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
C4, yeah.
Do you know how nice
C4,
it is to hear
C4.
stuff in this game? Do you know how lovely that is? Do you know how great that is?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably, I don't know who.
She's talking about the different
Well,
audio that we touched on with the devs coming into
I don't
this.
want to misquote it because I know Jess went through a lot of it, and you heard the devs talk about it. But yeah, the 3D audio, talking about the directional sound and how what is the? Dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome. Where did I have that? Hold up. I have so many notes. Okay, hold up. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like, to just to focus on like the key couple of things you really need to hear during a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like in the past of score streaks going off,
There's a
streaks
lot,
going
there's
off,
a lot.
you having to heal. It feels like this system is gonna try to. What do you need to hear? What is gonna help you most?
Yeah, and audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play from Treyarch for this particular title.
We kind of closing.
And all I keep thinking about is like what the Dune trailer came out today. We're just battling the dunes now. I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game though. I
That is
cannot
true.
lie.
That is true.
I'm bored with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach. He used to be a pro player. He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close game, 58 to 57 with a minute left. He's got the 74 out. But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics.
Just spotted a squad runner coming over it.
How
My
quick you
game
can
is spent shooting
sort of
down
turn
the
a corner.
helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But
problem.
it seems like
I don't
gone
know
up a
how they're gonna bounce
little
back.
bit slower maybe than last year, but
Okay, and you hear sort of Jericho talking about the score streaks, right? Because they don't reset on death. You're playing with some of the best players in the world. They're going to get those guaranteed choppers. You need a
I'm
player
glad
like
they give you
Jericho to
rounds.
shoot
Yeah,
him
for
down.
sure.
Maven, you
so
did
this is
that
the gun
well when we used to play pub. That was your go-to.
I find a lot of satisfaction out of destroying. Oh, you're frying the lobby. Well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks.
Yep.
Worked on.
See, look at that. Look at the drop shot there.
I think I saw a skunk in Zuma.
Yeah. So this particular game's close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
It un-ADS this every time.
Yeah, it almost
So
looks like
basically
the
the
weapons are like as
bullets,
efficient
time
as
to
the
use my
rockets at
fast
ripping down those score streaks. So
And that did not pan out. Okay,
you heard Drifter talk about that, going to prone, it un-ADSs you. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as well. And a lot of that is just due to the strength and drop shots in some games, but trying to stay alive.
Well,
Is this
unfortunately,
that was a close one.
He just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Drifter and company. The score streaks were raining on it at the tail end of it, but for those of you Killed Confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map for some of your core modes to bounce around on.